3 world teamers, senior
Yes,
world teamers.
consecutively.
Unreal performance from Marcus Blaze, but he's got the final boss now in Vito Arujau, returning world champion. He got to sit out to these best of 3 finals. Vito Arujau did not have to wrestle yesterday.
Underway, 61 kilograms. This is match number 1 of the 2 out of 3 finals. Vito Arujau in the red, Marcus Blaze in the blue. Very curious to see how tactically Vito approaches Marcus, who really tough guy to open up. We've seen that over the last couple matches. Wrestlers have a hard time getting to him. He's especially more reserved in the first period. In the second period is when Marcus tends to, really enact his strategy and try to generate some points. Whereas Vito, a guy we've watched wrestle over the years, just always in pursuit of points. But a subdued start here.
Blaze is extremely disciplined, never really comes out of his stance, doesn't break position, and we saw yesterday, if he's within 1 or 2 points late, he's got a shot.
Yeah.
Stole a couple late yesterday.
Exactly right, JD. Eyeballing him right now, Vito does look to have a size advantage here against Marcus Blaze. But Marcus looked outsized drastically against Nashon and Gross.
Vito Arujau, a guy who opted to withgo the Olympic trials, was coming off of a little bit of an injury on the college season and said, you know what, I'm not even going to try and make 57 kilos. I'm just going to focus on making 61 kilos, which I feel is my weight, my best weight, and I can go win another world title. Marcus Blaze, on the other hand, he's a guy who did cut down to 57 kilograms at the Olympic trials.
Blaze able to place 3rd at the trials. And now we're over 90 seconds in, and really without much of an attempt from either wrestler. And if I'm Marcus Blaze, I'm not unhappy with the start of this match.
No, kind of like I said, if you're Marcus, keep it close. Give yourself a shot late.
Blaze going on the clock. And we saw in the match against Dayton Fix, he didn't mind going on the clock. He didn't mind going on the clock twice. He waited until late in the second period to start really getting busy.
And if you're Vito, it's kind of a double-edged sword in the fact that you feel like you want to get into all these exchanges, right? You probably feel like the more exchanges these two get into, the more it favors Vito Arujau.
You would think.
However, Marcus Blaze is so good at down block reattacks that you can't just shoot without reason.
So the point goes up for Vito after the shot clock runs out on Blaze. Now a 2-on-1 for Marcus Blaze, 33 seconds to go. Remember, Vito Arujau is the reigning world champion at 61 kilograms and ran through a very tough field, including Abaskhadze Magomedov of Russia in the finals, the reigning world champion himself. And now we've got a down block off an attack from Vito Arujau, 10 seconds to go. And this is maybe one of the most subdued, cautious Vito Arujaus I've ever seen.
Yeah, not even any real committed attacks. You know, he's taken a couple shots, but nothing he's really thrown himself into yet.
Kellen Russell and Frank Pirelli in the corner for Vito. 2 members of the Cornell staff. So we'll see. Normally you'll see like a switch gets flipped in some of these second periods, and you see really changes in strategies. We'll see which either guy does. Neither can feel particularly comfortable with such a close start. Second period now underway. Now finding his way to the leg, good reaction. Vito just able to kick out of that.
Yeah, I thought Marcus had the ankle there for a second.
He had a hold of the foot momentarily.
That's kind of Marcus's shot too, that single leg.
Yeah.
Vito also likes the single leg.
And now Vito gonna go on the clock, or that's his first warning, I believe. So first one, next one, he will go on the clock. Now he looks arm dragging. Blaze drags himself, neither able to convert.
Programming note, all of our finals will be here on mat 2, constellations on 1 and 3.
And now Vito picking up the physicality a little bit, give a couple pops to the head and shoulders, Trying to open up Marcus. Oh, wow. And
Ooh,
Vito's
good cut.
back of his head is really bleeding.
Yeah, he got a pretty good gash there.
Sprung a big leak there. I don't know if that was an elbow or like Marcus's chin. I don't know what it was.
I'm not sure either.
He didn't react to it at all.
No.
I was confused why the official was stopping the action. I thought maybe one of them was going to get attention, but instead it's a pretty substantial cut. In a weird spot, you know, in wrestling, it's normally the forehead, the eye, you know, nose,
How are they
cheeks.
gonna tape this one up right there in the back?
That's what I'm
of the
saying.
head?
It's unique.
It's low. You know, yesterday I saw, you know, the gable head wrap,
Yeah.
but it was just around somebody's chin.
No kidding. I missed that. Well, you remember, I think it was Final X 22, Jordan had one right on the top of his head.
Yes.
He had to wear like the full, you know,
Get
there's
away
no
of-
full head wrap, yeah. The entire head was covered, so. But this is, the back is sort of an unusual spot.
And there is a limit on blood time.
Which makes sense, because there is a limit on how much blood you have.
I suppose, yeah. And if this does become a serious thing, especially looking forward to match 2 and 3 if necessary, this could become a bit of a thing.
Yeah. Now, while we're waiting, I'll give you a sense of the order of things for the morning session. So they're going to go men's freestyle lightest weight, women's freestyle lightest weight, Greco lightest weight, and then consecutively move up 3 styles. So it's going to alternate styles every single time, starting from lightest weight all the way up to heaviest. So it's going to go men's, women's, Greco, rinse and repeat till we get all done. And also note, Rayvon Perkins did not weigh in today, so Benji Peak was just going to get his hand raised the 2 times, and he'll be on the team. So 72 kilograms will not have a match.
Okay.
Which is strange. So they're wrapping up.
Classic
Vito.
head wrap.
Yeah, that's
just at an angle.
Yeah. Cleaned up. 2:03 to go. Sometimes those long breaks, you're like, oh, that'll favor someone's tank or someone that was tired, but neither of these guys seem to be good candidates for getting tired in a match.
He came out with a little fire underneath
Yeah.
him.
Well, I think he knows he's going to go on the clock if he doesn't, Vito that is, if he doesn't continue to press. And they are indicating towards him. Vito's going on the shot clock. Man alive. So Vito a little frustrated by that, but if there's not enough action and it's not clear enough who's holding center, they will put the other wrestler on the clock. So now Vito will have 30 seconds to score. As you see Marcus trying to find his way to Vito's right leg. 10 seconds into that shot clock. Now looking drag. Good attacks here from Vito. It's these kind of flurries that you're probably going to need to open up Marcus Blaze. It's not going to be one attack. It's going to need to be several. But as JD mentioned, anytime you are attacking Marcus Blaze, you are putting yourself in a very vulnerable situation. And the point goes up. It's 1-1. Marcus Blaze is in the lead. A minute 12 to go against the world champ, Vito Arujau. Vito needs a score.
And Vito hasn't even really come close
No,
yet
he really
to scoring.
hasn't. Now just 1 minute to go. Blaze slips but recovers. Now finds his way to a leg. Marcus Blaze, shin whizzer. It's a single leg for Vito Arujau. He's trying to step over. Now coming up standing. Should be able to get at least one. Oh, into the table.
Just one.
One on the board.
The Cornell corner wants caution and one as well. And now this is injury time for Arujau, not blood time.
And if you watch U20s, you know there is no limit to any sort of injury time. And he doesn't need
Vito
much.
takes all 5 seconds.
So it says 37 seconds. It should be 2-1 Vito. 45 seconds to go. So they're getting the score right. But Blaze, I mean, this is exactly where Blaze was against Fix. Needed a point. One will do it for Marcus here, so he's got to get himself 1 point somehow, and he will be back in the lead. But it feels like when Vito was sprinting, Marcus didn't have a lot of answers, and Vito could potentially add to his lead. And if you're Vito, is that maybe the tactic? Not try to hold on against Marcus, who's proven he can go and get it late. There's a shot, and that's what Vito likes to do. He's attacking. Single leg, Vito Arujau has him towards the zone. Marcus Blaze doing a good job of recovering. 12 seconds to go. Marcus lowers his level, tries to shoot. 5 seconds, Vito holding strong. He's in, but Vito gonna come around at the end, and he's gonna take match one, 2-1. So close.
Vito
Is he
holding
holding his pec?
I think he's holding his finger that is taped up that he hurt. He took a couple seconds to finish time and clearly favoring it. That's when he was able to put a couple points on the board. Not a lot, but a couple. And that's when he's the most dangerous. When he's attempting to score, when he's working his kind of match.
All right, underway. 61 kilograms, match number 2 in the blue with the head wrap. That's Vito Arujau, 2023 world champion, taking on Marcus Blaze in the red. Just 17 years old, the high school senior, trying to make a senior world team.
Something to watch too. Vito Arujau appeared to injure his left hand a little bit. You see the fingers there taped up in match number 1. Will that affect him at all? Doesn't appear to be affecting anything so far 30 seconds in.
And right away, it's Vito dictating where the match is taking place, controlling center well. And the whistle already indicating towards Blaze, and he will get a passivity warning next time he will go on the clock. And Vito continuing to pressure forward. And what Marcus can do a great job of, and he really demonstrated this against Nishan Garrett, is he can kind of float to the zone and then re-attack. And now a shot from Vito, looking to snap and find an angles. Blaze not there.
There were several times in match 1 where Vito shot Blaze to the edge, almost took him out of bounds, and Blaze was able to pivot at the last second, circle back in. Amazing mat IQ and wrestling awareness on this kid.
Yeah. Minute 50 to go. Blaze from Ohio, Perrysburg High School. Vito training out of Cornell University from Long Island, New York originally. And there, Marcus Blaze going on the shot clock. And we've seen him in every match I've watched. Marcus has been put on the clock first and does not force the issue or even really seem to attempt to score when he's on the clock. There you see a level change. Good down block by Vito Arujau. Minute 18 to go in the first.
Yeah, Blaze likes that quick snap or clear tie, hop to an angle to look to a single leg.
Double leg from Vito. Good down block by Marcus Blaze. There's the point. Vito leads 1-0. Nice hard right club there by Vito Arujau, right on the side of Marcus's face.
Yeah, we could hear that one.
Yeah. There's a shot kicking out of it. It's Marcus Blaze. Nice defense there, but a good attack from Vito Arujau. And now Vito going to get hit for passivity. This is almost a mirror image of match 1, how period 1 went. Blaze went on the clock first, and then Vito got a warning late in the first period, and it ended 1-0. We'll see if that's how this period ends as well. Getting his hands moving is Vito. Another hard right club. The durability and the physicality of Blaze really sticks out. Just, you know, you would think that someone with Vito's power, or even going back to Dayton, Nishan, overwhelm a high school senior, 17 years old, but unfazed.
Yeah,
first period in the books.
He can match everybody's strength, speed, power. Really impressive stuff.
Second period. Vito taking a second, gathering himself before he heads back to center. And we're underway in the second period. Vito Arujau a period away from making the world team. There's some shots. Nice flurry. Looking to snap is Blaze, but good recovery. Vito Arujau. Fun little flurries. Hopefully get a couple more of those in this period. And Vito really picking up his hand fight. And there he finds his way to the leg. Nice shot. In position to finish. Now standing with the single leg. Vito going to try to get it, but shin whizzer for a moment. Now cleared out. Marcus would love to just give up one from this situation. Vito says, not so fast. I'm going to work for my finish here. Then he chases him off the mat. Can't get it. Just one. Marcus Blaze continues to be tough to take down. So 2-0. Now the lead. A pair of ones for Vito.
Which means a takedown does put Marcus Blaze in the lead.
But Marcus has not had really a whiff of the leg at this point.
I think if you're Vito, you don't sit on this lead. You go, you get another one.
2-0 lead with a pair of ones is very tenuous in freestyle wrestling. And especially now he's about to go on the shot clock as the whistle is indicating towards Vito.
I'm Vito. I'm looking for my arm drag single leg.
Oh, like that? Good stutter fake there by Blaze. Gets a reaction.
Blaze controlling center.
And now they're indicating towards Blaze. Oh,
White
wow.
paddle. Confirmed.
No. Blaze going back on the clock. So he's going to need to push for a score.
You rarely see that, but I don't hate it.
Vito's taken most of the risk. Positionally, Blaze may have a case for Vito going on the clock, but I don't disagree with the call at all. And now Blaze really could use a point here in the next 14 seconds. If not, 3-point deficits could be a lot for him to overcome, especially against Vito Arujau.
There it is.
Point goes up. 3-0 lead now for Vito Arujau. And now a good flurry here. Marcus trying to open things up. He's only got 30 seconds to get some points on the board. And it's Vito that fires. Marcus Blaze tries to follow it up. Great job keeping his head in the way by Vito Arujau. Picking up the hands now. Could be a reattack situation. A point would be big for Blaze, but man, Vito doing such a good job staying in. Now single leg. Blaze looking to finish. Does he rush and just get one? Yes. I think that's probably the smart move. Don't waste your time on a finish. Now a takedown for Blaze will put him in the lead. And actually, if he gets to 3, he's winning. But he's only got 6 seconds to do it. Level change and trying to find a leg. Vito Arujau trying to keep his hands on him. Clears out. And it's going to be Vito Arujau back on the world team.
And a swipe of the brow for Vito. I don't think he liked how close those were, but he gets it done. And, you know, there's no shame in these close matches against Marcus Blaze. I still have no doubt Vito Arujau is going to go to the World Championships here in a couple months and be contending for a medal once again. I just think Marcus Blaze is that good.
Hats off to Vito. Hats off to Marcus.